One last time I get to see your face, knowing you won't take your love away.
So it's been a minute since we did a video or whatnot for YouTube, but we back. So I guess this is our little explanation of why we've been missing. So
I know y'all probably been wondering where we've been at. So we gonna let y'all know, what we've been dealing with over the past few months. So
welcome back, YouTube.
Yeah, I can't see nobody stopping us. Yeah, we're unstoppable. Went through a whole lot of obstacles. I swear we did the impossible. Run all that paper and it up. Go hit the club and then it up. A whole lot of pace, we gon' get it back. You know we gon' get it back.
So really, our grandfather died 2022. So since then, when our grandfather died, our grandmother kind of became our vocal point. She was like priority number one. Not to say you all wasn't. We just had to, help out, prioritize our mother and our grandmother.
And then, she wasn't really doing for herself as far as cooking and things of that nature. So, and we also knew that her memory was slipping. And we didn't know how bad it was until like later after our grandfather passed away. You know what I'm saying? First, we thought it was just depression because she was with him since she was...
They were married, 67 years.
Yeah, so that was a long time. So we thought it was just depression or whatever the case may be. But, later we found out that it was dementia. And, so I guess for that time it was, she memory loss. You got to cook for her, this and that. But everything was good. Like, she didn't forget our names. She didn't forget other people. It was just like she would repeat things. But she had spells of actually forgetting things. So, you want to keep a good eye on her and just really be there for her. So that's really how YouTube kind of fell to the back. And I don't want to say it as you all fell to the back, but we had to make sure our grandmother was first and foremost. So
yeah, and then being that that's my mother's mother, and she's the only girl out of 5 boys. So of course, a lot of people say, I don't think we mama's boys, but my mama is my rock. She been there from day one. My father died when we were 6, but it's always been our mother. So of course we jumped right in to help our mother out, to help with our grandmother. So we was there from, whoever follows us, they know. Like, we used to go by and do our grandmother's nails, help our mama clean her up, do her hair. That was our thing. So we just wanted to make sure that she was good. The reason we're making this video, like I said, we did kind of fall back.
Yeah, but we just wanted to be vulnerable with you all because, we share our life with y'all, and, like the family, the crew, and even if you're not a part of the crew as far as subscriber or whatnot, still the world, YouTube, so, it's family or whatnot. So we just wanted to be vulnerable and just really come and say why we haven't been here and we're back now. But, like I said, if we going to get into it, our grandmother's memory started, like, deteriorating, like, rapidly or whatnot. And I would say maybe the last 6 months or so is really beginning bad. Like, she had bed sores because she wasn't moving, she wasn't mobile a lot.
She wouldn't walk, she stopped walking.
She stopped walking. So then the bed sores turned into kidney ulcers. If you look that up, we probably going to have it in the, come up in the description or whatever. We're going to tell what that is. But the kidney sores was more like a flesh-eating virus. So that started occurring. So now things were getting a little bit more drastic with my grandmother or whatnot. And you stay hopeful and stay prayerful, but when you read things like kidney ulcer and flesh eating and it doesn't reverse, you do kind of get. But I would say, Pastor, we go to fellowship, so Pastor Sharp did say those are the facts, but God has the end word. So we just stayed true to His word and just understood that God is God. You know what I'm saying?
We know God is God, so we wasn't really too much complaining about it. We just said, hey, we're going to get in there and do what we got to do. Like I said, because it's our grandfather back there. So when he passed, we just wanted to make sure he told us to take care of our grandmother. So that's what we was going to do. And over the years, it kind of got worse.
You had ups and downs, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody that knows dementia, like, we jumped in head first. We didn't know too much about it. You might know dictionary versions of dementia, but actually living it or living with somebody with dementia or going through it with them is different, right? So no book can really tell you, no definition can really tell you what to expect. So
for sure, but we will put some stats in the video at the end for y'all to,
Yeah, so I will say we had ups and downs. It was good and bad times. Even in her her stages of forgetting things or just not remembering and her being frustrated, we still had fun times. She still had that smile that made us smile. So, anybody that know anything about dementia, they get a little angry because maybe they don't remember as much. So they may know something's going on, but they just don't know how to explain it. So we got her cursed out a lot. We got hit a lot. She was still fighting. She was still a fighter,
She was whooping her uncle, bro.
She'll try to bite you, you know what I'm saying? But it was all because, I feel like my big bro Chuck say, twice a baby, once an adult. So I think she was just going back into her fetal, going back to being a baby almost. So, you had temper tantrums, you had things of that nature. But at the end of the day, if you lead with love, then you're going to get it back. So she never forgot who God was. That's one thing I will say. Mm-hmm. Even as her last days, last week of her getting ready to, transition or go to the Lord or whatnot, she said, Lord, I need you. So even her forgetting like who she was or where she was at or whatever, she still remembered the Lord. So that's something I can say I took with me. And I'm thankful that I know that I was raised in a household with people that believed in God or whatnot. So, like I said, we was missing because of that. And
and I think also even after, I think it was just kind of like making sure our moms was good because, like I said, that was my mama's best friend. Like they spoke like 4 times a day
about nothing.
Shows.
Soap barbers, the numbers,
stuff like that,
the lottery together and whatnot. But
so I think one of the things that we was just making sure as her sons, just to make sure she was good in that aspect because
her routine was pretty much thrown off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's who she was.
3 years of her life, so she was doing that. So she'd call us now, and we just let her talk, and which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I'm good with that.
Sometimes I'll be like, sometimes I put the phone down, but I'm getting back up because she just needed to get that out. But at the same time, though. That's still our mother, and that was her mother. So I don't know what it is to lose a mother. Don't want to experience that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I definitely don't want my mother upset or crying. So
yeah. So we're not gonna make this video long. Like I said, we just been dealing with that. That's it was the matriarch of the family. So she was holding stuff down. She was kind of the glue. So to make this short, we were. I want to say what was that Thursday? Thursday we went over our grandmother's house. Just a random day. We were out servicing our vending machines, and we said, man, let's just stop by and go see our grandma.
Yeah,
my mom was over there.
If you watch any other videos, we did a vending machine.
Yeah.
So we got that. But go ahead.
So we was like, let's just go by there, just check on them or whatever. So this particular day we go by there. It happened to be family over there. Like it was my cousin, my auntie came, my uncle, our cousin was there. He came from out of town. So we just over there kicking it. On a regular day, it wasn't like we knew she was about to transition. We just happened to be kicking it. I want to say about a little like 9 o'clock-ish go by. 8 o'clock-ish. Yeah, everybody get to leaving. So me and Chris go to the front. We letting people out. My mama in the TV room watches TV. So we like, man, we just go. We looked at each other like, let's just chill for a minute. Like, we not going nowhere. We wasn't in no rush.
Plus, we have been ripping around all day. So I'm like, you know what? We just going to post up with our moms or whatnot, just chill because my grandmother's in there resting. I know that my mother don't really talk to my grandmother as much anymore because of the dementia, because my grandmother couldn't hold conversation really well or she really didn't speak at all sometimes. So it was just that type of thing. And so we just decided to stay. And I
go in the TV room. I'm chilling with my mom playing she had some games on her phone, so she keep herself occupied sometimes. She not at the gym. So I'm playing on her phone, and we watch TV together as well. And my mama get up to go just check on my grandma. And my grandma was kind of like breathing, like, you know how you take a fish out of water? That's how she was breathing. So me and my brother come in, and we like, my mama standing on the, so as I walk in, she's on the left side, but it's like my grandma laying down, so she's on the right side. Right. So my grandma laying there looking at my mama looking at her. And I look at Chris would look at me, and I say, Mom.
It's like we knew back being twins, like we had that. I could speak to him, he could speak to me without even saying words. So
I'm like, Mom, you sure you good by being here? And crazy thing about it before I finish, prior to that same day, like I said, not knowing she's about to transition, I'm talking to my grandma. I grab her hand and I tell her we had got baptized a while ago. And she squeezed my hand. I happened to take a picture of it. I'm probably put the picture up to let you all know. I took a picture of she squeezed my hand, not knowing she's about to transition. So like I said, fast forward, My mom was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go sit back in the TV room. So we like, yeah, mom, just go sit in there.
Come on, go and get out of here, because now we knew.
It's like close to 9 now, close to 9 o'clock.
And so now me and Corey just standing in the room. And now I took the spot where my mother was standing at. And my grandmother's looking at me, but she's breathing that whole fish out of water thing, as my brother said. And I'm looking at Corey, looking at me. I'm like, hey, man, you think grandma finna? No. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, fast forward, you know, she took this long breath. She blew out. She sucked the wind in. Then she just, and we sitting there looking like, and in my mind, I wanted to believe she was still alive because she had this hospital bed. By this time, we had moved her bed out and got a hospital bed to make her more comfortable. She had a hospital bed that moves because of the kidney ulcers and the bed sores. They kind of moved a little bit. And I'm like, no, she's not dead, bro. And Corey put his hand under her nose to see if she was breathing. I touched her eyelid. She didn't move or anything. So, you know, now she's in there. But we got our mothers in the TV room, and I don't want to tell my mother. Corey don't want to tell my mother, but he's like, look, we can't cry. You got to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. You know what I'm saying? But am I inside of me, no homo? I'm like, my grandma just died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to cry. I want to feel something, but I'm like, I got to be strong for my mother. And so we probably stayed in there for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
45
didn't want to
minutes.
tell our mother or whatnot.
But we called the family like, hey, they just left. We like, hey, we need y'all to come back over there. What's wrong? We try not to tell them, but then we just tell them like, hey, grandma just passed.
Yeah,
Man, we need y'all to come back see my mama.
Fast forward,
everybody get over there. We finally tell our mama. She jumped right into business mode. I got to call the insurance people. I got to call the funeral home. The funeral people come. Shout out to Travis Funeral Home. You know, we went to church with them, St. Sabina, and they real good friends. So they came by the same night, probably like 11 at this time. You know, they had to wait for the nurse to come actually pronounce her. And then, and she was leaving out. We was playing, my grandma, one of her favorite songs was Rolling in the Deep by Adele. And prior to her passing, like that same day, we was playing it.
Remember, she wasn't moving or nothing, but her feet was just
moving
tapping like the song was on.
So we just knew, like,
she's still in there, you know.
So as they was taking the body out, I said, man, one last roll for grandma, like play a song.
Corey turned it up.
I turned the song up, and they taking out the house. My mama kind of break down. And so, yeah, that's where we kind of been with it. Like, we, you know, I'm not going to say we was depressed, but it was like, you sitting there and you actually watch your, like, crazy thing about it. We said our grandma seen us take our first breath when we was born, and we seen take a last. So that kind of was like a rock, you know, it shook us up. But I just want y'all to know we back, man, back harder than ever.
What did he say?
Pause.
Pause.
And we about to go like crazy, like everything for our grandparents, man. Like not even just them because they passed, but we going above and beyond for our mama, our family. Like our blessing could be tied to somebody else's blessing.
For our fans,
you know, the crew, y'all out there.
I ain't like to say fans, for our family members.
For our family, y'all family, man.
Like,
so
family for real.
We just want to say thank y'all for sticking with us. We got a lot more stuff coming. Not just with the YouTube, but just everything. We got a lot more stuff coming.
In store, for real.
Yeah, and we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. And y'all
stay prayed up.
For sure.
Prayed up for real. Stay prayed up, man. And whatever you do, put God first, though. And this is not, we're still going to be acting silly and everything like that, you know, still doing us, still giving our life to, you know, in front of this YouTube or not in front of you all. But at the same time, man, I keep God first. Fuck, nigga, I ain't going to lie to you, for real. Honestly, keep God first, man, because that's the only way you'll get through certain things. And matter of fact, that's the only way you'll get through everything. Just keep God first. So with that being said, man, hey, we back, man. Good to see y'all. We missed y'all. Hope y'all missed us. Hey, man, get ready for it.
Let me get a hug before y'all go.
Give us a hug. Give us a hug. All right, YouTube, man. We'll see y'all, man.
Hey, Grandma. I got you. It's a video. Grandma always follows Corey. Corey. Grandma always follows Luke.
Corey trying to hook me up.